Oh, it's Sanaya Styles, artist, stylist, model, here with Young, Bold, and Regal. I started at a very young age wanting to have this as a goal of mine, and just it sprouted from there. It started as a fashion designer and then went further with being an artist and a model, just with my to start my foundation. That's what I felt like was needed to learn how to draw and to learn how to model.
One advice you gave yourself when it came to being either a model or a fashion designer or an artist, something that allows you to just release your full potential?
Well, I always stay motivated every day. I had to make sure that I stay motivated, knowing that it's all possible and that whatever I want, I can go get it as long as I work hard enough. So I know that it's there for me. I just know I have to get it. So every day I try to stay motivated, knowing that I can, staying confident, and just being bold and doing it.
What's one piece of advice your mom gave you about your foray when it comes to being creative, something that you kind of hold in your head all the time?
Well, my mom was the first artist that helped inspire me to start drawing because at first I didn't think I would be able to do it, and she's actually the one who told me that I would have to work on it on my own to figure it out.
Who are maybe some artists, some models that you kind of emulate, or someone you kind of look up to in the world, whether male, female, past or present?
I look up to Beyonce always. I always have looked up to Beyonce, and I also look up to Chris Brown. He's always working just as Beyonce. She's always working and doing it to her best.
What are some three qualities you love most about Beyonce? Something that you're always thinking like she's always these three things.
She's always on point with everything that she does, no matter if it was. Well, I watched her performance at Coachella, and that was amazing. I watched how much work she put into it, and to me, it came out like phenomenal. She's always working her best. That is what I do all the time, and just to have that quality, and she's working more than just being a singer. She's sprouting it out and doing a lot of other things, and she allows herself some time for her family.
So, what are some three qualities you would describe yourself as a creative under the umbrella of you being a model, an artist, a fashion designer?
Well, I'm persistent. Um, I'm confident, and I'm motivated. Very determined.
We saw that confidence, that motivation with you walking in the Movement LA fashion show. Why don't you discuss with us a little bit more about your future goals as far as being a model, being in the modeling world? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, I want to have multiple companies for different reasons spread across the United States and just pretty much the whole world. I wouldn't want to limit myself to just the United States. I want to have a company that emulates Chanel. I look up to Chanel a lot.
Okay. And then I remember you mentioned once upon a time that you would love to walk in Paris Fashion Week.
I would.
So let's say if you're walking in Paris Fashion Week, you just walked for Chanel. What other production houses do you want to work for fashion houses? Givenchy, the new Fenty line with Rihanna, Balenciaga. Who else do you look up to as far as the fashion houses?
Well, everyone that you just named just now. I also look up to Fendi. I love their style as well. Um, Everyone that you named, I want to be a part of as many things as I can. I want to take in any opportunity that I can.
What's your thoughts on Rihanna making history as I believe she's the first black woman to have her own fashion line under the bigger conglomerate of all fashion houses? How does that impact your life? How does that impact future fashion designers? And how does that impact your life as far as being a model in 2019, 2020?
Well, that's awesome to me. She's showing us that we can do it. Um, Rihanna, I've always looked up to Rihanna. She's always kept herself so pristine and getting all her stuff done. It's amazing, and I hope one day I can do the same things and follow in her footsteps.
So speaking about Rihanna, obviously an amazing creative, an amazing musician. Is there one Rihanna song, or is that one song out there that gets you kind of pumped up whenever you're walking a show, whenever you're starting on an art piece? Something that really puts you in the zone?
Um, I really like all of Rihanna's music. This is why this is this might be a little difficult.
Right, you got Fresh Off the Runway, obviously. You have her earlier work, Umbrella. You have so many of her classics. So is there maybe like is it Rihanna's entire catalog? Is it
A lot of her music. Umbrella has always been something for me because I grew up to Rihanna, so I can just see myself now singing and dancing to her song when I was very little. So always.
speaking about musicians and creatives? What do you feel is the job as the artist's position when it comes to showcasing their art? Should they be as controversial as ever and show the world what they're about, or should they be conservative and work within what they have? What is your viewpoint on that?
Well, I feel like it depends on the artist. Me myself, I'm very outspoken and I'm bold. Um, some artists like to be secretive with their art and want people to figure it out on their own. To me, I choose the art piece. It's based off of the piece to me. Some pieces I might not want to say much about, and some pieces I'll lay it out on the table. But what I do love is to open it up to perception. Anybody, I would like to hear their view before I tell them mine.
So speaking about being bold, of course, it's young, bold, and regal. What's the boldest move you've done in your career, in your young life?
There's a lot of bold moves. Every move that I do is bold because I like to jump on opportunities. Um, the boldest move is to, you know, if I see that there's an opportunity to go and network, uh, if I'm on the list, if, whatever the case may be, I'm going to be there regardless. So any opportunity, I take it and make it mine. So basically, if I see an opportunity to network, I take the bold move and I get there.
All right, perfect. So you're on the list. You're going to one of the most amazing like parties or fashion house shows in the world. You see Beyonce. Beyonce introduces herself. She doesn't have to because she's Beyonce, but she's courteous and nice. What are the first things you're gonna say? What are you gonna say about yourself to her?
Well, other than the fact that I look up to her, which I'm sure she has so many people that look up to her, I want to give her, I want to let her know that she did it, and she's at the highest point that I can see for myself. So she's just moving up and up. To me, I just want her to know that I see her doing it, and I acknowledge all the hard work that she's done, and it's been very helpful.
So we know that you do all these amazing creative things, but we want to know more about your YouTube channel. Over 60,000 views. You cover an array of topics. It's pretty incredible. We want you to talk more about that.
Of course, I I wanted to start YouTube to be an influencer on the youth. I noticed that when I was younger and growing up that I've always been able to catch on to topics and, conquer it to the best way that I can, growing within it and learning it. And I really want to be able to share it with other people, the things that I've learned, because a lot of the time I see it's really needed in the world to learn the way that I would say that I learn. I study a lot, and I feel like since I have so much knowledge on it, that I should teach people.
So what's the most unexpected feedback, either online or out and about? Maybe you were chilling with your family, or maybe you're chilling with friends, and like, hey, we checked out your YouTube video, and you're kind of like, wait, like I'm not in a vacuum. Like people are looking at this.
Yeah, of course, that happens all the time. Lots of people tell me that they've seen it. A lot of it comes from the younger kids. They check it out. They have a lot of time on their hands, I'm sure. So they always watch it, and it's very unexpected for them to be telling me that they're spreading the word and telling everybody that they know, and it's just awesome.
What do you want the message to be from your YouTube channel? What do you want people to get and understand the second they see a video of you?
I want them to know that there's different ways to do everything. There's so many different ways. As an artist, I've learned that anything could be looked at in so many different ways. It's based off of perspective. So being able to network and talk with different people and see other people's perspective, I think that people should see from my channel that there's not one style, but there's plenty of styles to try to find. There's not just one way to figure something out. So many different ways.
How do you go about tackling a topic or a subject on your YouTube channel? Is it something where you wake up and you have an idea, or is it planned out like a week in advance?
I get ideas throughout the day all the time. The thing that I do is I write it down. I can put it in notes on my phone or in a notebook, and whenever I know that it's time for me to shoot another video, I just look in my archive and see what I have and pick which is best for that day.
Speaking more about your YouTube channel and all your creative talents, when did you know when you wanted to step out of being an amateur and being more of a professional, being a professional model, looking into being a professional designer, being a professional vlogger? It's not easy. It takes consistency. When did that switch for you where you're like, all right, this is something I'm passionate about, let's go do it?
Right. It happened twice. It happened once with my modeling, and then it happened once again when I decided to do YouTube. I started becoming really passionate about modeling when I joined the California Regionals pageants, and I really saw the professionalism there. At first, I wanted to join it for the experience and to put it down on that I've done that. It's very hard to be competing in beauty pageants, and I wanted to use it for like a good resume builder, and it taught me a lot more than I thought. So once I got into that professionalism, it just kind of sprouted me to want to become more into my modeling, like a lot. And then with the YouTube, I sprouted once I started noticing that I was getting a lot of attention on Snapchat, and a lot of people actually told me that they think that I should start YouTube based off of the creative things that I always did and all the hacks that I did. They said that they would like to watch it over and over.
Yeah, based off of the feedback. And obviously
Right.
with influencers, with social media influencers, YouTube vloggers, Cardi B, Beyonce, Jay-Z being the first billionaire, there's so many great examples. But what do you want people to know, I guess on the inside, of what they need to be aware of being a social media influencer? What do they need to do to protect their content? What do they need to do to make sure that their message is clear?
Well, of course, they need to stay consistent with their content. That's where a lot of people slack on. It's hard because staying consistent is a very hard thing. You think it's just, oh, it's one video a week, but it's more than that because you have to edit the video and you have to make time to promote the video. So to me, I think that people should focus on staying consistent when it comes to social media.
So when you're not consistent, when you just don't feel that big, what motivates you?
Honestly, it's the views. I don't get a lot, but just to know people are paying attention, I like that a lot, and to show that people care that I'm trying.
Well, you're already up to 60,000 views, which is pretty impressive, and I feel like the viewership just grows and grows and grows. So what are your goals for the rest of 2019? What do you want to accomplish as far as all areas of your career?
Right. I want to hit at least 12,000 followers on Instagram. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month or within the next week or so. But my goal for YouTube throughout the year, I really want to be high up in the thousands. I'm not going to say that I could make it to 1 million by the end of the year, but if I could, then I would love to.
One question that's out there is the role that role models play within the industry and inspiring the youth or not inspiring the youth. What is your opinion on, let's say, a Cardi B who recently said that she's tired of being a role model? She wants to just be herself. And other people are saying she is being a role model in business, and her art is her art. It is her artistry. Is how she expresses herself. So what's your take on that?
Well, to me, that's why I didn't choose to be in that form of the industry, because when you have to be a certain kind of role model, they expect you to be a certain kind of way. And the music industry is very hard to be a role model for the youth and still keep the content rolling in for the people that are a little bit older. So to me, that's why I chose this way, because I know that I can stay being myself and stay being a role model, which myself, I do love to be an inspiration on other people. So
Talking about being yourself, being inspiration, like going to the beat of your own drum, we want to know what makes you regal.
um since I was younger, or even before I was born, I was always thought of to be, I was going to be somebody's princess. And it was more like my father always tried to, he even tried to name me that. I've always been stuck in the, royal mindset always. I like to stay what a princess is. So that's what makes me regal.
And finally, where can people find your artistry page if you have one, your YouTube page, and what show can they see you walking on?
My website is sanayastyles.com. All of my social media is Sanaya Styles. You're going to be finding me with just my name.
And also, actually, for a final message, what do you want people to know about Sanaya?
What would I want people to know about me is that I want them to actually notice that I'm trying it for them, and I'm trying it just so it's not just for me. I know that a lot of people try to build themselves in the industry for maybe the money or the fame, but honestly, my motivation is to be a motivation on other people.
And one fun, interesting question. Complete this sentence for us. In 2020, I will be.
A homeowner, a um, an inspiration on lots of people, and I'll be noticed.